This is the story of me agreeing to get an older woman pregnant and then her trying to ruin my life. This is the story of me agreeing to get an older woman pregnant and then her trying to ruin my life. When I was 23, I had a one-night stand with a girl from my hometown named Maria. We both knew it was nothing more than that, and we didn't speak after. Several months later, I received a text from her saying that she hadn't been lucky in love and she wanted a baby before it was too late. So she asked if I would get her pregnant and I wouldn't have to bear any responsibility, like a sperm donor. I considered it and I first thought no, but after some time to think about it, I thought it'd be the right thing to do for someone struggling. So we filled out an ironclad agreement and basically I wouldn't be responsible at all. A while later, she told me she was ovulating, and then a few weeks after that, she told me she was pregnant and it had worked. I went back to California for work, and we didn't speak after that. Unbeknownst to me, she contacted my family behind my back and invited them to the baby shower. They then began getting dinner or whatever regularly, and as she got to know my parents started encouraging me to be in the baby's life, and once I found out it was a little girl, I thought it was the right thing to do. I flew home to be there for the birth, and I got a tattoo of our daughter's middle name before she was born. After our daughter was born, Maria wanted us to be together and be a family, and when I said I didn't want to do that, she wouldn't let me see my daughter. My main source of income at the time was the Airbnb that I owned, and she said this a few months after she was born. I felt bad, so I let her move in for several months, rent-free. Once she moved out, she told me this: "I've never done anything to warrant supervised visits, but I agreed to keep the peace. I would come home as often as I could to see our daughter, and things were usually okay when I was there." These are all from her Facebook. One Halloween, I didn't want to wear matching costumes with Maria, so she wouldn't let me see my daughter for a while. And when our daughter was being baptized, I drove a 14-hour round trip from Nashville to attend. And because I didn't want to see Maria the night before, she didn't allow me to come to the baptism at all. Soon after this, she served me with child support, saying that our original contract wasn't valid because our daughter didn't have a social security number yet. And I didn't fight her on it. I didn't have the time. I was living away. I ended up paying her $10,000 up front and $750 a month. I was able to move home soon after that, and I began seeing our daughter regularly. Everything was going really well until I got a girlfriend. Even though she had a boyfriend who was regularly around our daughter, she said that my girlfriend couldn't be around our daughter. I was able to get our daughter for an afternoon, and Maria asked what I was doing. I told her that I was with my girlfriend and we were at Lowe's together. She freaked out. I said I'd bring her daughter back to her as soon as we were done, but instead Maria drove to Lowe's, apparently called my dad, and was running up and down the aisle screaming. I don't know what actually happened, but she was freaking out, just blowing up my phone, thinking she was in danger. And keep in mind, my girlfriend is a mom as well as a nurse. Our daughter was never in any danger. When I offered Maria and my girlfriend to get to know each other so they'd be comfortable, with my daughter being around, she immediately said no and called my girlfriend a word that rhymes with chore and refused to get to know her. Maria then made a public post saying that I was a deadbeat dad and that I hadn't seen our daughter in weeks. Here I am with our daughter just a few days prior to this post. I also left my best friend's bachelor party a day early so I could be home for Father's Day, and she still wouldn't allow me to see her. She even said this to my grandmother. She had her friends comment mean things on my girlfriend's social media multiple times, even though my girlfriend has never been anything but nice to Maria. Because Maria tends to do this, I want to make sure that she doesn't twist the story and make it seem like I abandoned our daughter. I recently found out that our daughter isn't mine. I don't know who the dad is, but I've had 2 paternity tests done, and they both say this. I believed Maria when she told me that I was the only possible father. The situation was weird, but I was always happy to be a dad. I know that Maria already knew she was pregnant. She had to have when she asked me to get her pregnant. I didn't think that was something that someone would lie about to another human being. Not only to me, but my entire family as well. Everybody's distraught about this. Maria, I allowed you to paint me as the villain and you as the victim for years to keep peace, but I hope you know that the only victim here is your child.
Yo, I'm here scrolling TikTok and watching Harry Potter, and this is some juicy shit. You have to go watch that whole video. And the woman went private now. She's on TikTok too. She's private, but goddamn, that's a wild story.
Well, all right then.
Child, this story right here. Woo! Y'all, please click on his name and go watch that story. I think that's why I can't. I'm not crazy enough. I gotta be a little more crazy. I gotta be a little more outlandish. 'Cause there's no way.
Well, you know I'ma say it. Psycho.
Bw'omuvubuka akuba ebikazi ebikadde ne bikusiriwaza mbu jasiti nkaddiyiridde naye mpa ku mazzi agazaala, genda olabe sitooli eyo. Bwe luba oluzungu si buzibu, genda olabe sitooli eyo. Ebyaddala abakazi bangi batega abasajja be balaba nga bajja beera ne progress mu maaso ne babatega embuto. Nali nkirabyeko era nakyalo omu yali ayagala kulowininga obulamu bw'omulenzi oba obw'omusajja. Kati bwe kikugwako nga gwe tosalangawo otijja olw'embuto ne biki oba owedde, genda olabe vidiyo eyo yonna, nyigamu eyo stitch egenda kutwala ku vidiyo yonna.
So lovelies, apparently it's actually not only the guys or the men are always going to be blamed in times of relationship. So this young dude decided to share his story about how he got in the relationship with a twin when he was 23 years old. So apparently he was 23 years old and he met this lady where and this lady is actually older than him, and she was like, okay, I actually want to have a kid, you know, even if we don't want to be in a relationship together, why not maybe you be the father of my child? Like, I know there are so many ladies in this, you know, table. Like right now, a lot of women actually do not want to have this male thing, like being in a relationship and looking for a man to actually maybe control them and all of that. So this dude decided to, okay, let's do it since you don't want to, like. And before this situation, the lady in question already told him that, okay, you are not going to have any, you know, financial thing with the, you know, I'm just going to take care of the baby myself. You're not going to be in the life of this child, you know. I just want a child, and which is so normal. There are so many women doing that right now. You won't necessarily, you know, wait for marriage before you'll be able to have the number of kids you want to have. If you know that you are matured enough and you actually want to, you know, have a mini you or someone to, like, a lot of women option to just, you know, get them impregnated and probably raise their own child by themselves, which I will not blame this lady for actually choosing that life. It's you know, everybody have their own life to live. People have, you know, you just have to choose what you feel that is right for you, and which she actually did before approaching this young, you know, boy. A man rather. So one thing led to the other. She gave birth, she became pregnant, get birth, and even during the baby shower, she did not invite the said guy that impregnated her. She went ahead to invite the guy's family. So apparently she don't want the guy in the life of the daughter, but she want the daughter in the life of, you know, the parents of the guy or something. Okay. So fast forward, this lady decided that, oh, I have changed my mind. I actually want to start up a family. I actually want a family with this younger boy that, impregnated me. What will I do? And this is when she started pestering this guy. After that, the guy declined. And all she could do was to, try to make the daughter not to be in the life of the father. Which, I don't know her reasons. But why I'm actually reacting today is the fact that there are so many people that falls to this. A lot of women sometimes, they don't really know what they really want. You on your own already have that decision that, okay, I don't want a man in my life, I just want to have a kid. And you went ahead to approach someone that you are liking. And the thing is that if you want to have a kid for someone whom you don't want this person to be in the life of your kid, it's better for you to actually go to the hospital and look for a donor or a donor, rather than, having with someone that you are liking, whom you know that this person don't like you the same way you like them, but you just want to use the child as a bet. You're not hurting yourself. You're not hurting the boy. You're just hurting the child. Because you will end up not wanting the child in the life of the father, but this child wants to be in the life of the father. So it's more better off if the child is from a donor and you just tell the child, okay, sorry, you are from a donor, blah, 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 and that is it. But the issue is that you are liking someone and this person is not liking you the same way you're liking this person, but you just want to use the trick of pregnancy to be in this person's life. Well, this person automatically already told you that you cannot be in their life, but you just want to use the pregnancy. And the thing is that when she knew that this guy already moved on with another woman in his life, she persuaded to try to call this guy out for not being in the life of their daughter, knowing fully well that this daughter is not his. Who does that? Who really does this? Anyway, lovelies, when I saw this video, I decided to just put it up here so that everyone should really be careful of the relationship you try to get yourself involved. You really have to think things through before actually, trying to make your plans. Seriously, I only feel for the child because this child is just in the middle. It's not left for the father to actually tell the child the truth who really is her father, because she already gotten attached to this young man. And now the mother trying to tell her that this man is not your father is something that will break the child. Seriously, people do something without even thinking of the consequences. You're doing something to fit yourself, your own selfish desire, without even trying to reason with the people you're putting in line because of your decisions. Anyway, lovelies, why not just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We just here for educational and informative purposes. And I will see you, lovelies, when I upload the next one.